So, friends, in this video, we are going to talk about the lead acid cell troubleshooting. Let me repeat it. It is a video on lead acid cell troubleshooting. This video assumes that you know ins and outs of lead acid cell, and then it is going to talk about how to troubleshoot different types of problems in the lead acid cell. So on one side of this table, we have cause, and on the other side we have the remedy. So the cause could be battery does not charge. The reason, first reason could be disconnection in the charging circuit, and in order to rectify that, we have to check the circuit and rectify it. So while checking the circuit, you will find somewhere the charging circuit is disconnected, and that is why the charging is not taking place. The second reason could be blowing up of the charger fuse, AC or DC side. So as the rectifier has got AC side and the DC side, so you should check the fuse on both the sides, and if there is a problem, you can check it with the multimeter, of course. Needless to tell this, but okay. So check the fuse and rectify the problem if any problem is there related to the fuse. Loose connection or high resistance at the terminals. Sometimes it so happens that because of the sulfation on the terminals, high resistance contact does not make properly, and that is why it does not charge. So loose connection or high resistance at the terminal could also be the probable reason of not charging of the lead acid cell. So check the connection, clean and tighten them if any sulfation is there, deposition of ash-like material on the terminals, and remove them, clean the terminals, and then apply Vaseline if you have it, and then tighten it properly. Probably it will start working. The charging will start functioning. The fourth reason could be defective charger, not feeding the current. The charger itself is defective, and it is not able to feed the current. So replace the charger in that case. Wrong connections, check the connections and rectify. So connection, sometimes positive terminal goes to the negative terminal, negative terminal is connected to the positive terminal, and that is why the charging circuit does not work properly. So you have to check that connections properly in the case of the DC. So the second problem could be battery takes more time to charge. So again, a loose connection or the higher resistance at the terminal could be one of the problems. And open the connections and clean them and reconnect them. Your problem will vanish. The second problem for slow charging could be charger not able to feed enough current, charging current. Replace the charger in that case. Excessive discharge could be one of the reason for not charging. uh, if excessive discharge takes place, the charging takes a lot of time. So in that case, charge the battery separately. You will have to keep it for a longer time on the charge, and that is why you have to charge it separately. Wrong connection could also be one of the problem, of not proper charging or longer time of the charging. So check the connection and rectify that. The fifth problem could be the charger output voltage. If the charger output voltage is not properly adjusted, then also it creates problem. So adjust the charger voltage, and that will remove your problem. So maybe less than 2.5 volt per cell, and that is why the charging is not taking place. Number of cells used maybe more than the charger capacity. Adjust the number of cells as per 2.15 volt per cell. Battery does not, uh, the problem is battery does not last for long. Low electrolyte level. This problem happens very, Sometimes at the inverter level, when we are using lead acid cell for the inverter, electrolyte level goes low, and because we don't check regularly, and that is why it keeps on, battery does not last for long time. It does not give you backup. So maintain level properly. Keep on checking it time to time so that the electrolyte level does not go very low. Uneven specific gravity and voltage of the cell. Equalize the specific gravity of each cell and the electrolyte. A specific gravity has to be maintained, and you get in the market, meter to measure the specific gravity. This is a kind of a bulb inside a tube basically, and that helps you in measuring the specific gravity. So you can check the specific gravity time to time and maintain the level. Not properly or full charge. Not properly or full charge. You have to charge it again. Leakage in some cells. Replace the cells. Reverse polarity on some cells. Remove the reverse polarity of those cells, and the problem will be solved. Inadequate number of cells or load current is more. Installed the cells as per the load. So if your uh, cell is not as per the load, then that will also cause problem. Low specific gravity, add solution to the of higher specific gravity. Charger output voltage or charging current may not be adequate. Adjust the output voltage, charging current. So battery charger may not be adequate for charging battery of given ampere hour. So replace the charger with adequate ampere hour capacity. So battery over the heat during the charge or discharge. Battery overheats. Battery overheating could also be a problem, and that is a serious problem. Sometimes there is a danger of blasting off of the battery in that case. So keep vigilant. If it is, if its temperature is going above the specified levels, then you have to take care of that. Charging current very high, especially at the finish. Make proper charging current. So nowadays you have smart chargers. Charging management is a specific area, and the chargers are very smart nowadays. They are taking care of finishing level of the charging current, and that is something the equipment based, like the charger you have, that takes a smart decision on its own. So not much is there in your hand to change all this, but definitely problem does not occur in this area, but definitely you should be vigilant. If any, you will have to change the charger. Charger voltage is very high. Check the voltage and adjust it properly. You have the rheostat to change the voltage, and accordingly you can change and adjust the voltage. Charge for longer period. Discharge the battery with a suitable load. Over discharged or excessive load current. Adjust the load current. Uh, Otherwise, it will keep on discharging. Over discharge sometimes creates a problem, and the life, you know, of the battery is affected, adversely affected. Poor ventilation or temperature is high. Make proper ventilation, and this could be one of the reasons. When we are keeping the battery, we are not giving room for the proper ventilation of the battery, because that is very important from the point of view of maintenance of the temperature of the battery. Otherwise, what will happen? The temperature will keep on shooting up. Internal short circuit. Sometimes battery gets short circuited internally because of your deposition of the sludge at the bottom of the cells, and that causes short circuit, and then there is no remedy but to replace the battery. In that case, you have to replace the battery. There is no other remedy More sediment material in the cell, or old or worn cells, replace the cells. Low level of the electrolyte, add distilled water, or as per the requirement electrolyte sometimes to be added. Low electrolyte level, broke cracked container of the cell, replace the cell. And distilled water, not reoccupied, recouped, or regular. Add the distilled water as per the requirement. So that is very much, this is in our hand, and we do that. Sometimes we keep the distilled water at our home to top up. Excessive charging and adjust the charging current. Excessive heat, provide ventilation. As I told you, ventilation is a very big problem in the limited square feet of areas of houses. We don't have much of ventilated area, and that creates problem of overheating of the battery. Vent caps missing. Provide new vent caps because that could also create problem. Voltage and if the caps are not there, the problem could be that uh, dust can go inside and create problem. So that is why the caps should be at its place properly. Voltage and the specific gravity of the cells are unequal. Internal short circuit could be the reason, and replace the cells in that region. In that case, leakage of the electrolyte through the crack cell, sealing compound and the covers. Replace the cell in that case also. Dirty terminals of the cell top, clean the terminals. Used with low electrolyte level. Use proper electrolyte level. Sedimentation high inside the battery. Replace the battery in that case. Plates worn out. Replace the battery. Impure electrolyte. Replace the electrolyte and recharge the battery. A specific gravity is higher than the normal during the float charging due to float voltage is high. Adjust the float voltage. So spare parts could be acid resistant paint, sulfuric acid, distilled water, ammonia, sodium bicarbonate, petroleum jelly, Vaseline, non-oxidizing grease, cloth for cleaning, nuts and bolts, connectors and cables, and cotton waste grades grade A, vent cum float, guide plugs, floats, rubbers, rubber gloves, tools for measuring, equipment for the measurement of the voltage. DC voltmeter ranges between 0 to 200 volt, and DC ammeter ranges 0 to 50 ampere. Syringe type hydrometer for measuring the specific gravity. Crocodile type clips, to connect to your battery, and wire or cables of adequate capacity uh, has to be there with you, and battery charger with controls of charging current, and a spanner set, battery sun meter, thermometer in degrees Celsius 0 to 80 degrees Celsius, and glass tube 20 to 30 centimeter long, and glass or PVC porcelain rubber container, glass rod 30 to 40 centimeter long, and nylon brush. So, do's and don'ts I'm not covering deliberately because if you have learned, the main points of, maintenance of the problems, then probably you will follow the do's and don'ts also. So, do's and don'ts have been derived from those practices that we have already discussed. So, we have discussed many numerous problems, and their solutions, and you have to be vigilant when you are, facing problem with your battery, lead acid cell, lead acid batteries. You know, uh, this is quite in vogue now also, uh, and very versatile in use. So it is not going to be, go out of use in near future. So this is going to be a great help to you. So hope you have understood very well, and this video is going to help you. So whenever we feel like having problem in the lead acid cell, you can watch this video and that will give you certain remedy about that. So thank you very much. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Thanks a lot.